All right, welcome to Original Bacon. This is my ninth episode of Flash Review. Super excited about this series. I really like it a lot. I just caught up on the first. I've been watching the episodes pretty frequently, but then I missed the last two episodes, so I just caught up. This episode is called "The Man in the Yellow Suit." So I finally get to find out if I think it's Dr. Wells that's in the suit, but because he's acting really weird and he had that special room and he has that future paper, so obviously he has the future paper because he can go forward in time, but or yellow flash or negative, or I think it's opposite flash is something that they've called him also. Apparently the guy who killed uh, Barry's mother. So if you haven't watched it yet, this episode just went up on Hulu. I watched it last night on CW, so it's on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock on CW. So check it out if you really like The Flash. It's a really good series, and I'm really excited to find out where this goes. All right, this episode is called "The Man in the Yellow Suit." The metahuman that killed Barry's mother returns, killing two guards at Mercury Labs, and in search of a company's work on tachyon particles. And he also, a couple episodes earlier, we know that he's back because he threatened Joe if Joe would not stop looking into Barry's mother's death and trying to free Barry's father. And he took all of the files on the case too, so Joe can't do anything about it. Barry witnesses the man in yellow and engages. He after finding out that the man in yellow is back, he is at his lab and he looks across the way and he sees the man in yellow on a rooftop and he speeds off. Barry and then engages in a high-speed fight around the city. The man in yellow insinuates that they know each other before speeding off. Meanwhile, Eddie's asks Iris to move in with him, and Ronnie is revealed to have survived. Ronnie is the engineer that went into the power coil, the room that is under Star Labs, and tried to stop it from. He made it so it only exploded in there and not the whole building. So he saved everybody's lives, but he's the boyfriend of the doctor who takes care of Barry, or that seems to have been having the hots for Barry lately. He's revealed to be alive because he was following her around, and although he denies that he's Ronnie, and he can catch on fire and he can fly with his fire, and for some reason his clothes don't catch on fire, but he has control enough of it that he's able to make his whole arms go on fire and his face go on fire. And all right, so he's revealed to have survived the particle accelerator explosion. So yeah, he was inside the particle accelerator, and Cisco had to lock him in, if anybody didn't remember that, but does not remember who he is and has the ability to burst into flames. Barry confesses his love to Iris before the police and Star Labs use the tachyon particle technology as bait to lure the man in yellow into a trap. And then nothing is really said about that except for a bunch of awkwardness later on in the episode. This is a Christmas episode if anybody hasn't watched it yet. So there's going to be one more episode. Oh, not until January 20th. Pretty not too excited about that. But this is a really good episode if you haven't watched it yet. It's really fun. The man in yellow escapes when they lure him in, Joe and some cops and Dr. Wells go and confront him. The man in yellow escapes and attacks Dr. Wells. He brings him into the force field and is beating the heck out of him. And the police, before engaging in a second fight with Barry, he beats up all the cops first, and basically they shut down the force field to try and get Dr. Wells out. Basically, the man in yellow steals the particle accelerator, and then the cops try and save Dr. Wells, but Joe's the only one that survives this, and he beats the heck out of Dr. Wells. I believe he kills 3 cops and leaves Joe, and then he ends up Cisco or the doctor end up texting Barry SOS, and so he comes running in and he attacks the man in yellow, and they take off, and they're in this crazy fight. They create this crazy cyclone going up in the air, and it's just really amazing. Ronnie appears. Barry is losing the battle, although he's doing a lot better this time. The fight before, he was getting his butt kicked, but this one, he seems to be carrying his own. But Ronnie appears when it looks like the man in yellow is about to kill Barry. Ronnie appears and blasts the man with flames before both flee the scene. Later, Ronnie ends up saying, "Don't follow me," to the doctor. That's his fiance. And then flies away. That's why I was saying that he can fly with the flames. And the man in yellow gets away. And Dr. Wells enters his secret room and unveils the same yellow suit as the man that they captured, placing the stolen tachyon technology on the suit's chest. And apparently, and then meanwhile, everybody else is at a Christmas party, and everything's all awkward between Iris and Barry and her boyfriend, and everybody at Star Labs was also invited to their house for Christmas, and Dr. Wells stays behind and is revealed to, I think, be the man in the yellow suit. So I don't know what's happening. Maybe he got some message from the future that Barry Allen eventually turns him into the Flash, and so he's doing all he can to develop Barry Allen's powers, and on top of that, to making it so eventually he gets his powers from Barry Allen. So, but the man in the yellow came in and beat the heck out of Dr. Wells. So I don't know why that happened, because I totally thought that I was wrong about Dr. Wells as soon as I saw that the man in yellow was there, and so was he. But I think the man in yellow is from the future and is coming to stop the Flash from ever being created. But Dr. Wells wants his powers, so he's trying his best to keep Barry alive. That's my prediction. We'll see what happens later on in the series. I think that they're also going to, I believe her name is Jessica. Jessica, the doctor that works at Star Labs, they're gonna bring back Ronnie. I believe he called himself Starfire. So we'll find out if I believe that's a superhero. So hopefully eventually he comes back and he is a hero at Star Labs also. And apparently, I think Revenge of the Rogues is the next episode in January, and it looks like that episode has something to do with Captain Cold again, and probably the flame guy that he was teaming himself up with. Maybe Ronnie will come and help out with that. So we'll see what happens next time. Thank you for watching Original Bacon, and subscribe if you want. Also, leave any comments that you have below. Maybe who is Ronnie gonna become, and what are your predictions for the future of this TV show? Thank you for watching Original Bacon, and watch The Flash on Hulu. Really great show, and thank you.